Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rides and Drives Team Radio. And if you can't tell, I'm in St. Pete, and I just watched the qualifying for the first IndyCar race of this season here live. And Kaz got to watch it back home in Indiana, where she got some great insights from watching the TV feed. So, Kaz, what did we learn about qualifying today? What are our three big takeaways?
Harvey, we learned a lot and we developed a whole slew of new questions that I didn't know we were going to have. But
Yeah.
I want to start with the big obvious stuff, the stuff we're all really excited to talk about. Um, Dale Coyne, anybody?
Dale Coyne. Who had that on their bingo card? Really? I mean,
I'm coming into qualifiers watching the Ed Carpenter drivers, and they started
yeah,
out strong, both of them. And I'm like, Ed Carpenter's gonna do it. And
we
they,
talked about, yeah, we talked about in the off season, we talked about Ed Carpenter and we talked about AJ Foyt as teams we thought might surprise us. We never talked about Dale Coyne.
I don't think either of us said the word Dale Coyne outside of when are they going to sign Romain Grosjean. That was
Right.
pretty much the only Dale Coyne conversation we had. And now here's Romain Grosjean starting on the third row, making the Fast Six in his first race back in IndyCar. And even more impressive, rookie Dennis Hauger placing third in his first IndyCar qualifier. Dale Coyne's got to be celebrating tonight.
Yeah, it was funny. I was in the media room after qualifying and I was looking for their PR people just to see. They must have been with the team partying at the transporter.
I think they all deserve that. And I mean, it's hard to say. I know that Dennis Hauger said on TV after he finished that he was surprised by his result, that he didn't necessarily expect a third finish in his first ever IndyCar qualifier. Who does expect that? But
Right.
I don't know how much the team was surprised by this result as well. Maybe they just didn't think they needed their PR people in the room.
No, well, when they announced that he was going to be the driver there, we talked about how consistent he was at delivering top tier qualifyings and race results in the Indy next season last year. So, yes, you don't expect a rookie to come in and do that right off the bat, but um, if a rookie was going to do it, he was going to be the rookie to do it, right?
Starting his first ever season off with a bang. I'm so impressed with Dennis Hauger. All three of the rookies have given us a lot to look at and a lot to talk about. I don't think by any means that this is Hauger saying I'm going to be the rookie this year, but what a
Right.
great start this is from him. So impressed. So impressed with the whole team. And Roman as well.
Yeah.
He's been off for a while. Um,
Yeah. And maybe he
I
just
didn't
needed,
necessarily have I didn't think he was going to be bad, but I didn't have super high expectations from him,
right.
especially
No,
right off the bat.
we expected A, he's rusty. B,
Yep.
he's with a team that no one expected to be this high up on the grid. And C, this is a tough street course. So it's hard to jump in and make this a fast place for you right off the bat. So
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with them. The other person that really impressed me today was Scotty Mack.
Scott
Um,
McLaughlin sitting pole at St. Petersburg once again.
yeah, I mean, he said in the press conference afterwards that, hey, I was here last year and I had a crap season. I think that was exactly what he said. So,
Exactly what he said was, I proceeded to have the worst year of my life.
right.
I wrote it down
So,
in quotes.
so he is being realistic about this, but he also talked about how focused he was and the team is on execution.
hmm
So I think they're coming into this season um, not expecting anything. They know they have to earn it. It's not like when Penske could just roll cars out and be at the top of the grid, right?
hmm
That's not the way it is anymore. They have to execute at all levels, and I think that's the attitude I got from him in the press conference.
One of my favorite things about Scott McLaughlin is the way he projects confidence and how honest he is about it. Um, I really, really liked looking at it from that lens, the way he talked about his team. He talked about making adjustments from the first session to the Fast 12 to the Fast 6. He said every time he got out of the car, he told them what he wanted to see happen next, and they made it happen for him. He said he called it his favorite car he's driven around here by the end of qualifiers. And
Yeah.
that guy's driven some great cars around here. He's put in some great performances. If he can finish the race with a setup that strong. And that does kind of remind me a little bit at the end of last season after Joseph Newgarden won in Nashville. He was talking
Right.
about adjusting throughout the race and about how he had that kind of simpatico thing going on with his team at that time to be able to really communicate properly. And that reminded me so much of Scott here. I think that that's a recipe for success. He noted that he's working with a number of new people and that the communication is going to take work, but it must feel good to start off being so in sync with each other.
Right. And it extends beyond him and this team. Malukas came out, made the Fast 6. He's going to start fifth. That's a great result for him moving up from, the team last year to this.
Yeah.
And even Newgarden, although he's starting 23rd,
Woof.
yeah, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
Who gets to claim him for biggest mover? That's what I wanted. Oh,
Well, I'm,
we'll talk
pretty
about
sure
that
I
later.
get to go first, but
We'll-
yeah, we'll get to that later.
We'll talk about that later. But he talked about his things being good in the car, but he didn't execute, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's what Joseph said after he got out.
right. So Penske feels confident, but again, they felt confident after this race last year. Let's see what happens, right?
Yeah, there's still a whole season yet to go, and even this weekend there's still a whole race to go. We talk all the time about how where you qualify has some bearing on where you finish, but the potential to move is always there in this series.
Right.
What's not moving is the dominance of the Honda engine.
On the street circuits,
On
yeah.
the street circuits. I said to a friend after qualifiers, I don't think we're really going to have an answer on where Chevrolet is versus Honda until after Phoenix. We want to see the
Right.
Chevrolet engine on a circuit where they are more confident, where they feel they should have the upper hand. But
Right.
it confirms what we thought after testing, essentially, that the Honda is going to continue to be strong in these situations.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like you said earlier, I think 8 of the top 12 are Honda
8 of the
engines.
top 12 are Honda engines, and
And-
only
and-
5 of the bottom 13. So
And the thing that's interesting about that 8 of the top 12 in the Honda engines is only one of those. Oh no, 2 of them are CGR cars.
yeah,
Simpson is 10th,
yeah,
right?
not
So that was kind of one of my takeaways was Alex Palou qualifying 4th. Everyone's going to look at that and go, oh my God, that's his best qualifying position ever in St. Pete. So
Mhm.
him qualifying 4th is no need for concern in this race.
Alex fans, don't stress. This is not an issue for our guy.
Well, and the other thing is the difference between 1 and 4 was 0.14 seconds. So
Less
we're
than
not
2 tenths.
talking, we're not talking about, a huge separation between the pole and 4th position. It started to back up a little more after that, but Alex is in fine shape for tomorrow, assuming he gets through turn 1 on lap 1, which is
I mean,
always
that's a toss
pretty
up for
interesting.
everybody.
Right. Yeah, that turn 1, 2, 3 sequence will be really interesting tomorrow when they throw the green flag. We'll see, I think a question for me will be, can Hauger handle it? Right?
Yeah.
The rookies at the front in a start on their first race like this, it's a recipe for disaster. Maybe he's more mature than some other rookies have been when they've led races. Let's hope so. I don't want to see anybody get taken out because of a dumb mistake.
Yeah. I completely agree. The thing about having a rookie up there in a track like this is you never know what's going to happen
Right.
on that first lap when they're all bunched up and the emotions are incredibly high. He's about to experience something he's never experienced before, which is an IndyCar Series start. He's going to be dealing with a lot. He's going to be balancing a lot at that moment,
Yeah.
and let's see what he does when his instincts kick in. I think what I'm most excited about having him up here like this is we're going to learn a lot about Dennis Hauger right off the bat. And that's my
Yeah.
favorite thing about rookies is finding out who they are as
Yeah.
drivers, as people. I'm really excited to get to know him a little bit better than I thought I would after just one weekend.
Yeah. So, any other big surprises for you in this qualifying?
Well, I mean, I think we were all surprised by both Newgarden and Dixon, frankly, missing
Yeah.
out on the Fast 12. Kirkwood also missed out. Will was close, but I think based on Will's practices, the fact that
Yeah.
he really wasn't able to take the time to adjust the car. And something that we saw in testing was Will was much faster in his second session than he was in his first. As he learns the new car, it is just
Right.
going to, he needs the practice time. He needs it.
No, I agree with you 100%. He got 0 laps in the second practice session. He
Mhm.
got only a few in the first practice section session. I think 13th for him is actually
Very strong.
outperforming where I thought he would based on his inability to practice. So
Yeah.
that surprised me a little bit. The other big surprise for me was Louis Foster, you know,
Yeah.
the top RLL making the Fast 12. And he's going to be starting ninth. That's solid position for him. Um,
Yeah, it really is.
and then the other surprise for me is Arrow McLaren in the other
Yeah.
direction. None of the McLaren cars made the Fast Six. We
Yeah.
expected Pato to be right up front.
Though, the way Pato's been talking, and even the way he talked when he got out of the car, he said this was about what he expected. And I remember reading earlier today him feeling after the second practice that he thinks he's on the cusp of the Fast Six, but maybe not quite there. I
Interesting.
don't know if this is track specific or if this
Yeah,
is going to extend through the season for McLaren.
it
But
may be
Pato
track
not
specific.
feeling the car is there is a little is it's a little bit of a concern.
Right. I think it may be track specific again. It might be that Chevy thing.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see. These are the questions we need to have answered tomorrow in the race.
So many new questions.
We're losing light here pretty quickly, so I want to move on to other topics that we need to talk about because I don't have any auxiliary lighting. And when the sun
Well,
sets, we're done.
I don't want to take up too much of your Florida sunshine, so let's go straight to our predictions game, which we are calling Victory Lane.
Yes.
Quick recap of the rules. We get points for choosing the podium. We get points for choosing biggest loser and biggest bust. And we each get
Biggest
two
biggest mover
biggest
and biggest.
mover, not biggest loser. I'm so sorry. Look at me go. We
Yeah.
get points for biggest mover and biggest bust. And then we also get to make a gamble on a plot twist, what's going to shake up the race a little bit.
Yep.
We have decided that neither of us are allowed to choose the same driver for any of the categories. We also can't choose the same plot twist, but I doubt we would because
Right.
that's meant to be out of the ether. Um, so we'll alternate who goes first in order to keep it nice and fair.
Yep.
Um,
So
and I
we
have a
flipped a
text
coin
message that
and
suggests that
you
I get
go
to go
first.
first in our first race of the season. And
I
honestly,
flipped a coin and you go first. No.
I'm really glad to go first on this one because I think there are a few fairly obvious picks in this
Oh,
particular
well, by
race.
going first, I mean you get to pick first in the podium.
Yeah,
Then I get to pick. Are we picking? You pick your one, two, three.
yes, I
Okay.
pick first.
Okay. Go for it.
And then you pick first next week. So you get
Yep.
your good one. All right. Third step of the podium. I have Little Davy.
Little Davy Malukas.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
I
really
like
enjoyed the
that.
way he came into qualifying. I really enjoyed his attitude through content days and testing. I think I think both Penske and Will made a good choice here.
Sure.
Will would have done great for Penske, but it was time to move on Malukas. I think he's ready.
Okay. So where are you on number two?
Second step of the podium. I'm so sorry. It's Scott McLaughlin.
Uh-huh.
Love the man, but ultimately, you've got Alex Palou right behind you.
Sure.
Alex is going to win the race.
Hmm. Okay. So you've got Alex number one, McLaughlin number two, and Malukas number three.
I
Okay.
do.
Ready for mine?
I am.
I am going to go with Ericsson number three.
Oh, I really, I want to take a second to note that once again at his press conference, Marcus Ericsson talked about his mental state, the strength that he feels he's developed getting through a tough season last year.
Yep.
Um, I think that's. I'm mad I didn't make that pick actually.
Well, there you go. So I've got I've got Ericsson at number three. I'm going to put Alex at number two.
Yep, because you can't pick him to win.
I can't pick him to win, but I'm going to pick him number two. And the winner will be Scott McLaughlin.
Absolutely. And I would love for Scott to win the race if for no other reason than he is absolutely hilarious at press conferences. And I want
Yeah.
to listen to him talk more.
All right. So who is your biggest mover?
Well, I'm going to take Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to take Joseph Newgarden. This guy's starting at 23rd.
Right.
He has won this race in the past. He knows this circuit.
The
And
only
he's
way
going to be mad that he's starting 23rd.
the only way he doesn't become biggest mover is if he crashes
Yeah,
out
he
or
has to
DNF.
DNF. He has to DNF in order not to win
Because
biggest mover in my mind.
he's easily if he doesn't crash or break, he's going to finish top 10.
He's confident on overtakes.
Mhm.
There's no, yeah, I agree. If he finishes the race, he will finish top 10. This is a top 10
Okay.
driver and he will be there.
So my biggest mover doesn't have as much headroom, but I
Mhm.
think he can move up is Kyle Kirkwood.
Great.
He's starting 15th. He's someone who could easily finish top 5.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick Kirkwood.
Kyle's
And
a great
then-
driver. And it's also notable that he's from Florida.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have a little extra motivation when it's a home race.
So who's your biggest bust?
Oh, I'm really bummed to say it, but we got a rookie starting in the top 3. It's Dennis Hauger. The potential for him to make a rookie mistake is high. There's no personal methodology behind this, but
Yep.
you know,
And I am going to pick David Malukas.
all right.
Not because I want him to, but because I'm not convinced Penske has everything figured out yet. So
Hey.
let's see.
Yeah.
That's a big question mark. So let's see how it goes.
That's an interesting pick because you're in talking about Penske and looking at this in a broader lens. Malukas is a driver who, even if he doesn't make personal mistakes, Penske did have a lot of unforced errors last year.
Yeah.
He could move down just through sloppy strategy, pit stops. He might do a great drive
Making the
and still
wrong
have it
tire
not.
call
Exactly.
at the right time. I mean, Scott McLaughlin talked about the fact that those alternate tires are going to fall off a cliff. And
Yeah.
if you don't make the call at the right time, you might not be, you'll be falling behind.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's wrap this up because the light's gone.
Yeah, I can tell
I'm
you're
sitting
you're
here in the
dark.
darkness. So
Still looks great. The track looks amazing.
It's been great to be here at St. Pete. The vibe is phenomenal. If you ever want to come to an IndyCar race, I highly recommend this one. The town is great. The hotels are great. The restaurants are great. The people are great. You got to come to a race at St. Pete. So we'll both come down here next year.
All of your videos have looked awesome. I love seeing so many fans turn out for IndyCar. Super, super cool. Especially, I mean, you sent some videos from practice that were full of people, and that's practice. It's very, very cool to see that many people there. All right, plot twist.
Oh, that's right, our plot twist.
So we get to gamble on this one. We make a prediction for something that's going to shake up the race, and then we gamble 1 through 3 points. If we get our prediction correct, we gain that many points. If our prediction does not come true, you lose that many points. So be confident, but also be bold. And I am going to I still think this is bold, even though it's only a 5-place move. I'm going to put Stingray Robb in the top 15.
Ooh. He looked good in early qualifying. He put some great laps in early before the tires came in, and then once that happened, other people passed him. But he was solid.
He's not usually a guy who I look at to move up.
No.
I'm sorry, Stingray.
That's
you
not
seem like
his
such
MO.
a nice guy, but I don't know. Moving up 5 places for him and finishing in the top 15 in the first race of the season would be a fantastic start. And he just looks like he's driving with a confidence that maybe I haven't seen him drive with in the past. I'm looking forward to it, and I think he could do it. And I'm going to gamble 2 points on this.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, especially for something that is pretty risky.
Here's my plot twist.
Yeah, let's go.
I predict that both Meyer Shank cars will finish ahead of the Dale Coyne cars.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to go.
Both Meyer Shanks ahead of both Dale Coynes? Okay.
Yep. So we're going to have a complete flip. Oh, look, I'm getting a light coming my way. So let's get through this. Let's call it now. So, it's driving by me. Oh, well. So that's my pick. And I'm going to put 2 points on it as well.
Amazing. All right.
Let's call it an evening. Kaz, it's been great talking to you here. We'll do this after the race tomorrow afternoon, see how good our predictions were. If you are not down here in St. Pete and you want to see what's going on, follow me at Harvey_drives. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. You can look me up. And if you are down here, slide into my DMs. I'm happy to meet up with a fan.
Oh my God. I also want to note that if you want to make predictions of your own, please go to ridesanddrives.com. We will have a page giving you instructions for how to submit your answers. We'll be tracking them throughout the year, and our winning fan will probably receive some merch yet to be designed and manufactured.
Well, that's the easy part. So we'll have merch for somebody. All right. Kaz, let's call it a night.
Let's do it.
I've got to head out because I got to be back here bright and early tomorrow morning. So
sure do. All right, for Rides and Drives Team Radio, I'm Kaz. This is Harvey. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and enjoy the race tomorrow. It's going to be a really, really great one.
Drive safe, everybody.